talking about DJing. Okay, so music is the key to success. Although music is such a big topic, there's a lot of cultures within the culture. What I want to focus on today is actually my culture. So the artifact I brought today is a vinyl. I will be passing it around. It's already messed up, don't even worry about it. So my artifact is like I said, it's a vinyl, it's a record, and it's representing my DJ culture. I've actually been DJing for about 10 years already, since I was 9 years old, and I've been doing it professionally for about 7. So I'm actually signed to companies and stuff like that. What I want to focus on is how music explains how it connects to people, and how sometimes most people don't really realize the job of a DJ. They kind of underestimate it. So I kind of want to explain that to you guys. So first I want to focus on the history of DJing itself, and then I'm going to focus on how it's actually part of my culture. So most people think that DJing isn't really a job. They consider it more of a hobby. To me, it's more of a job. It actually started in the late 70s. The records already existed way before that. Of course, you had early jazz and big band music. In the late 70s, towards the East Coast, like in Brooklyn, they would actually get these records and they would just put it on a turntable and actually start messing with it, making it their own style. So it's more of an art form for people who actually enjoy the music. So if you're looking at the record, there's a lot of grooves actually in them. For these, they're just like examples. So if you look at the grooves, they're all equal, but each one represents a certain track. So for every single groove that there is, it shows where the song would represent or the song would end. So that's how a record would work. It's actually really important because this, of course, before CDs, before we had MP3s, we actually used vinyls. Not as much as now. Most of it's on computer, but you still have to use it in order to control it, stuff like that. But the actual significance of the vinyl would be the music itself. So now that I talked about some of the history about vinyl and DJing, I would like to talk about how it's part of my culture. Like I said, I've been a DJ for 10 years. I've been doing it professionally. I don't really like talking about it much because people think I'm showing off. But I consider myself a mobile DJ. Pretty much I go to events every single weekend. I actually worked with Power 106 for 2 months, and then I quit. But I actually work with a lot of artists. I work with people like Chris Brown, Tyga, and I actually I'm under Jack Black. I don't know if you remember Nacho Libre. I actually work for him. I DJ for him every single year at his events. And to me, it's actually really important. I guess the title of a DJ, only because, like I said, most people don't really pay attention to it. When you guys go to a party, you just listen to the music, but you never really focus on the job of a DJ. Most of the time, we focus on what the crowd likes. Even now, I have to make sure that I'm catching everybody's attention, making sure that your eyes are on me. Similar to a DJ, where you want to make sure that they are paying attention to the music you're playing. And pretty much, you incorporate your own styles. There's so many things you can do with it. Like I said, it started like in the 80s where they would scratch it. I'm pretty sure you heard of scratching before. You mess around the sounds or some of the vocal tones, whatever's on the vinyl. And it's actually really important because it became more of a hobby, and it's actually a really good job. I never had a real job before, but with DJing, I've been in a good month. I make between like 5 to 8 grand a month, so it's actually like a pretty good job for me. So now that I talked about how DJing and vinyl has been important to me in my culture, I want to move to my conclusion. So like I mentioned before, I actually wanted to focus on why it's actually important to, I guess, focus on the DJ, because most of the time you just hear whatever's coming out of the speakers. You never focus on the person itself, because every single one of us is different. We all have our different styles, different techniques we all do. The history, so I went over the history, and I went over how it relates to me. Like I said, I've been DJing for 10 years. And what I want you all to do is actually think of the person behind the music, because most of the time, every single person is different. And this culture within a culture could relate back to you, even if you're not a DJ.